Thanks for watching Studio 9. I'm your host, Robert Bettis. El Paso and Juarez together have over 3 million people, the largest international metroplex in the entire world. Today, we've dedicated this Studio 9 theme show to our sister city, Juarez. We're going to see an incredible archaeology museum. We'll also see a fully restored cabaret from the 1940s. The oldest building in the borderland is a chapel with Muslim influences. And we'll meet up with the former First Lady of El Paso, who explains why Juarez is critical to the arts. So many people spend their whole lives in El Paso and never go exploring the beautiful culture, the wonderful architecture, and the gorgeous arts of Juarez, Mexico. Well, we're changing that today. We're dedicating an entire theme show to Juarez and its arts. And of course, joining me now is former First Lady of El Paso, also the founder of the Tom Lee Institute, Adair Margot. It is so lovely to see you.
It's so great to have you here in Juarez. I love to share what I love.
I love it. Now, you are not a one, not a two, a third generation El Pasoan.
I am, on my mother's side. My dad came in the military with Fort Bliss.
I love it. And so you came here over to Juarez because of your studies. So tell us how you fell in love with this wonderful place.
Well, I had studied in Italy, and when I moved back to El Paso, I thought everything was part of the Renaissance, and it was an Italian who suggested I do my master's thesis at New Mexico State on Franciscan mission architecture in New Mexico. And this is a prime example of it. So I began coming to Juarez, I met the priest, I met the people. It really, the scales began falling off my eyes about my own region and how rich we were in this frontier region. This is a frontier mission church at the entrance of New Mexico.
Now the El Paso Juarez area, we're talking now probably 3 million people at times, possibly even more at this point.
Yes.
And it all started with not the grand cathedral that was built in the 50s, is that right?
That's right.
The littler building behind us. What a treasure. Tell us about this building.
Well, the mission of Nuestra Senora de Guadalupe was founded in 1659, more than 100 years before the U.S. was born, by a Franciscan friar who had been up in New Mexico and been approached by the Indians of this region to come down and start an agricultural settlement. And so he came down here and constructed with Manso Indian labor the mission out of adobe and wood.
So this building, the first building in this entire metro area. This is what started it all.
This is the first building. Yes, it is.
Now this was part of actually a kind of a network of missions that stretched all the way to Santa Fe. So the Spaniards had quite a network going here.
Well, they had established their headquarters there in Santa Fe, and so all the missions extended out from there. We were a place on the way to Santa Fe. So after the Pueblo Indians revolted up there and sent many Spaniards and Indians south, they came to this mission. And that's when our Socorro mission, Socorro del Sur, there was a Socorro del Norte, there still is. Isleta del Sur, there was an Isleta. That's when our missions were created after the Pueblo revolt. But this is the mother. So we have the mother on the Juarez side. The river changed course. Her children used to be on this side, those missions, but they're now on the U.S. side. So it's interesting. We do literally have a bicultural region with the mothers on one side and children on the other. That's how we live.
Adair, last question before we really head off into an adventure here in Juarez. What would you say to people that have thought about coming over, but they're just a little nervous? It's wonderful over here.
It's wonderful. And the Tom Lee Institute, I can see how people be a little insecure if they don't know where they're going. But the Tom Lee Institute does programs. If they call them, we are always happy to walk people over. You're going to meet my friends on this side. Father Hyen is here. You know, people will welcome people, but it's, you can start with the tour from the Tom Lee Institute, and we'll bring you over. And once you come, I've discovered this, the man, the Cuban who heads up the Salvation Army, he said when he came over with me one time, he says, all fear is gone.
Yes.
And they've been over since.
All right, Adair, thank you so much.